He was digging through a trash can for food, but unexpectedly found a lottery ticket worth $200 million. The man was overwhelmed with excitement, but kept completely silent about it. To hide it from his wife, he poured fine wine into a cheap bottle, put premium canned meat into budget tin containers. Even $1,000 ham had to lose its fancy packaging, and the Rolex on his wrist he claimed was a knockoff, because they were getting divorced, and if he wasn't careful, he'd have to give her half of it. To keep the whole $200 million to himself, Jim carefully went shopping at the mall, starting with a sharp-looking suit, then added a Rolex to match. He even avoided familiar faces. Once he got home, he hid everything he bought, and finally enjoyed a fancy meal. As he sipped a mouthful of red wine, he couldn't get enough of the taste of wealth, then started dancing wildly in the living room, until the sound of the door opening interrupted the moment. Jim panicked and dove behind the couch. His ex-wife had come back. By the time she saw him, his fancy suit was already gone. Jim awkwardly sat on the couch.
¿Qué haces?
Tenía calor y me apetecía una copa de vino.
Trying to act casually. Clearly Lisa didn't care at all. Suddenly Jim noticed he was still wearing the watch. If she saw it, he was done for. So he stuffed his hand between the cushions. But that only made Lisa curious.
Porque está fresquito.
She clearly didn't believe him, so she pulled his hand out forcefely, only to find nothing in it.
Tienes una china guardada ahí, no vas a comprar.
Lisa wasn't giving up and reached out. He suddenly leapt forward like a starving wolf.
Vamos a ver si crees que esperándome en el sofá va a hacer que me resulte súper atractivo.
That day his in-laws came over. Lisa brought out cheap wine to serve, but Jim quickly stopped her.
Uy, pero no, este vino es muy barato. Si tenemos un vino mucho mejor ahí, mi amor.
Tranquilo, hombre, que cuando venimos a cenar a vuestra casa, pues tampoco.
His father-in-law took a sip, and was stunned. It tasted exactly like the 1982 vintage he once sampled. Seeing how much her dad liked it, Lisa told him to take it home with him. Jim looked visibly reluctant. He just wanted to savor a bit more, maybe one last glass. But right then, his father-in-law noticed the watch. Jim quickly covered it in panic, and told him it was really cheap, just $2. But clearly his father-in-law didn't buy it. He immediately pulled out $2. Jim pretended not to hear. Then suddenly his phone started ringing, but he was too afraid to answer. Lisa got up and demanded his phone.
Este y yo nos estamos divorciando.
Suddenly the whole family focused on what he said. Staring at the two of them in shock, Lisa exploded with anger, and stormed out of the house.